in the machine to turn it on to begin the cycle, and then it has these two number dials right here, and this has the degrees in Celsius because it will heat up to 100 degrees internally. The outside is warm to the touch, but it's nothing dangerous for anybody, but the area around here does get even warmer than it is right now. And then right here it has the time, so the 9 hours, so when anyone comes in you can see if it's at like 2 hours 13 minutes, basically to know the progress and when you need to come back to discharge it. And then it does take a little while to cool after.
So take us from dumping the garbage in to that right there. What is it doing in those 9 hours? From your understanding.
It's heating up and there's paddles and it's turning around, so it's dehydrating the food basically, and in the process, because it's at such a high temperature, it's fertile and it's sterile and pathogen free, so that's why we are allowed to store it here, because there's no bacteria. It's not going to contaminate anything.
Because of the heat?
Because of the heat. So that like even seeds, everything in there, it's fine to handle, which most people wear gloves just because it is sometimes weird, the texture certainly putting it in, but it's all safe to handle, so which makes it great. And then what comes out of here, sometimes it's different depending on what goes in. Originally it was orange when it was coming out of the machine, and when I met with the guy from the MIT Sustainability Department, theirs was this nice coffee grounds, and we were like, how does ours become like that? And then after a week it just started becoming like that. I'm not really sure why on that aspect.
It's magic.
Vegetables. It really is. Meat, like bones have gone in there. You can do meat, you can do dairy. So basically any food imaginable. And then which helps when we have the school meals, which contain water. They contain a lot of fat. So that does help. And this looks like a very small load, but I'm just gonna add some water because we have a lot of carbohydrates in it. So otherwise, it'll turn out.
What does it get used for?
So the byproduct that comes out, it can be used as animal feed, fish feed, biofuel, compost that could be mixed with other compost, and then like vermipost, processed once again to have the highest nutrients value, or as a fertilizer, which would be applied in a spreader similar to the synthetic nitrogen, which is very damaging to the watershed. So it could be used like that, but in small amounts because it has a very high nutrients value and the